Friedman. I serve as the Intergovernment Director for the Borough President. Welcome to Borough Hall, to our Heroes of the Month. Today we're excited to present to you our heroes for April, May, June, and July. 3 years ago, the Borough President had created Heroes of the Month to honor individuals that go beyond the call of duty to help and assist other people so others can be encouraged to do the same. Before we begin, we would like to call for a moment of silence to remember the deceased officer that was tragically killed last week. Please join me. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce to you the Borough President, Eric Adams.
Thank you so much, Abe. And I too join, and our hearts go out to the slain officer. And today I will join the families and her colleagues at a wake in the Bronx to really, as a former police officer, nothing is more traumatic than when you lose a colleague in line of duty, particularly in the fashion that it was done. You know, we truly enjoy doing the Hero of the Month initiative, and this cross-section of Brooklynites really reflect the beauty and diversity of the borough and how people go far beyond the call of duty, not only to save lives, but as we see from our two furry friends, but also all living kind. That's what's great about Brooklyn, a place where diversity plays a crucial role in how we continue to come together as one borough. We are honoring 4 heroes this month. That the list of accomplishments go from saving the cat to doing something great in their community around parks to providing a role as a police officer to apprehend a guilty person who we believe committed a very serious crime, and to just not only having the Brooklyn energy here in the borough of Brooklyn, but also on a global level to show the spirit and the courageousness of what it is to be a Brooklynite and how we take that energy no matter where we go. And so our first hero of the month was for the month of April is Alina Estrella. Alina lives in Sunset Park and is a sophomore at James Madison High School, a girl varsity basketball player. When I saw her, she was recovering from a ACL tear, but it didn't stop her energy and her commitment to helping people and being a great New Yorker. Her team just won the PSAL City A Championship. And although she didn't actually play due to that injury, she still stayed committed to the importance of helping her community. She noticed while she was recovering that the Rainbow Playground on 6th Avenue between 55th and 56th Street in Sunset Park was in disrepair, a playground that's used often by the young people in the community. She wanted to do something special, and she did just that. She decided to start a community project to restore the basketball court with the hope and the commitment from the community residents. And to her commitment and dedication, she started a GoFundMe page that raised funds for paint, a banner, T-shirts, and she was able to go into the community and find volunteers who came out and really decided to make the place a special place. By word of mouth, she went throughout Sunset Park and got those volunteers. They helped paint the court on Saturday, April 29th. The court has a freshly new paint job, and she looks forward to starting training summer for the fall season, and young people can come to the park and just really enjoy the atmosphere. Parks are the great equalizer, that no matter if you are a person who sits in the back of the limousine or you drive the limousine, when you come to the park, you're all the same, and it is a way of bringing our communities together. So what Alina did was more than just restore a park. She plays a role in restoring the commitment and dedication of what it is to be a Brooklynite. So I want to congratulate Alina for what she accomplished, and she is our hero of the month for the month of April. So let's give it up for Alina. Okay. Okay, we were just told that she had an emergency, but we're going to make sure she gets a proclamation for her great achievement, and I will let her know when I speak with her that you gave her a great round of applause, okay? Our second hero of the month is Anne Levin. Anne is the president of Brooklyn Bridge Animal Welfare. I just love this story. This is an amazing story of how we use social media to really notify those when something is happening that can save the life of an individual or an animal. And so on March 27th, Kevin Wolf was online, and he posted online that there was a kitty on the side of the BQE underneath the Brooklyn Heights promenade while he was on his way to his place of employment. Wolf posted a message on Facebook, and where a friend, Anne, learned of the message at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, March 28th. Anne and her friend loaded up their car and immediately went to the location where the kitten was located. She pulled her car next to the kitten, slowed down, pulled her car next to the kitten, took out a blanket, put it over the kitten, and was able to capture the kitten without the kitten running off and fleeing. Cats can sense when you're there to help them and not there to hurt them. The kitten was just drenched, matted, and covered in debris. Anne brought the kitten to the Park Slope Veterinarian Center, and the doctor there examined the cat and determined it had to have its tail amputated and other medical issues. Anne nicknamed the cat Susie BQE and raised money for her surgery online. She took the cat in so the cat could be eventually adopted into foster care. She just demonstrated a high level of compassion and commitment as a person who believes that all living kind is imperative that they are saved. Cats have mommies and daddies just like human beings do, and it's the connection and the holistic approach that we take care of our family members, as well as the humans, as well as our kittens, as well as our cats, as well as our dogs. And I think this is just such an outpouring of compassion and a display of the greatness of being an individual who are concerned about animals. And I cannot thank her enough. And we, as Brooklynites, we love our pets in this borough. You know, that's one of the number one things we get requests for. We have a beautiful pet cafe on Atlantic Avenue. We get a lot of requests for dog parks and dog runs. This is a borough of pets. And back when I was a state senate, I led a demonstration to save geese in Prospect Park. So, you know, we love our animals here in the borough. This is a borough that is animal friendly. So on behalf of all Brooklynites, I salute Anne Levin, an animal activist and president of the Brooklyn Bridge Animal Welfare Coalition, for rescuing an injured cat, Susie BQE, that was huddled on the side of the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway under the Brooklyn Heights promenade. I applaud her for securing the cat, whose tail and legs were scraped, by wrapping it in a towel, placing her into a carrier, and then rushing her to a veterinarian for treatment and observation. I commend Anne for all that she has done to positively impact the lives of borough's animal population, especially our feline friends, and I thank her for making Brooklyn a great place. Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams, give it up for Anne.
Thank you so much for this honor. Susie BQE thanks you all too for the support that you gave her and allowed her to have the surgery. While I appreciate this award so much, there's so many rescuers we all work with no thanks but the love of the animals, and we couldn't do it without the support of the city, Mr. Adams' support, and everyone and the public who does what they can to help the animals. So we really appreciate that. Thank you.
Right, thank you. I want to use the curtain.
This is Newt, who's the mascot of the Brooklyn Cat Cafe, and this is a soon-to-be resident of the Cat Cafe.
All right, love it, love it, love it. If you haven't gone to the Cat Cafe, make sure you do. Our hero of the month for June, you probably read the story. This is an amazing story. He's here with his dad and his mom, and this was an excellent story of just a level of bravery and commitment. People often look over an encounter and they start saying what they would have done or could have done. In the midst of gunfire, in the midst of danger, it takes a special individual to put their fear to the side and say, I want to help another human being. And that is what our June Hero of the Month accomplished. Mark Kindschuh is a clear story of survival and a story of commitment. 19 years old, hails from Bay Ridge, attends Boston College, and is part of the ROTC. In the early morning hours of Sunday, June 4th, Mark was inside one of the popular pubs in London's Borough Market, enjoying the evening with a group of his classmates. In the blink of an eye, terrorists stormed into the bar and went on a stabbing spree. Just think about that for a moment. You're sitting down with your friends, out of nowhere, terrorists come in and go on a stabbing spree. Instead of running out of the bar for safety, he stayed and he saw a man at the bar bleeding profusely. He searched for his wound and he found it at the back of his head. Mark wrapped his belt around the man's head to slow the bleeding. He was the only person who tried to save the man. Everyone else in the bar was hiding. They were all afraid. They were concerned, rightfully so. But Mark really dug down deep and put his fears to the side to save the life of the gentleman. Eventually, after more terrorists were shot by the police outside the bar, emergency service arrived and took the injured man to the hospital. Shooting is taking place. People are unsure if there are other dangerous people inside the bar, the pub. Someone is bleeding and injured. What Mark did was just astonishing. And it really personifies when people talk about what is happening to our young people and are we going to be all right. Mark sent the message, you're darn right we're going to be all right, because he is a symbol of what is great about this country and the young people of this country. Mark is joined by his father, his namesake, Dr. Kindschuh, the director of emergency department of Coney Island Hospital. You must ask yourself, where did Mark get those skills from? Now we sort of know. He's also here today with his wife. I'm sure he's proud of his son and what his son accomplished. And so we want to thank Mark on behalf of all Brooklynites. And so, on behalf of all Brooklynites, 2.6 million people, I salute Mark, a 19-year-old Bay Ridge College student, saved a man who was fighting for his life during a June terror attack in London. I applaud him for immediately sprinting towards the injured man and applying direct pressure to his head wound. I commend Mark for utilizing his lifeguarding, emergency training, rescue skills without hesitation, and for the exemplary leadership he has shown by going above and beyond to help someone in their time of distress. I, Eric Adams, Brooklyn Borough President. No matter how much training you have, during the moments of fear, during the moments of uncertainty, that training could leave and escape you. Mark utilized that training, and we're proud to say that he is a Brooklynite. Great job, Mark. Great job. Really appreciate you.
Well,
First of all, thank you all for being in attendance right now. I greatly appreciate that. I'm tremendously honored and humbled to receive this award. And again, I maintain that I don't view myself in the situation as a hero. I more so view the heroes as the SWAT team and the EMTs and the other medical personnel who responded. They got the situation under control, the SWAT team, in just under 8 minutes, which is pretty remarkable and goes to show the level of their training, and the EMTs who showed up and saved so many stabbing victims. It could have been a lot more casualties than just 8. So I think they deserve to be commended, and I'm very honored and humbled to receive this award.
Thank you. Thank you. See how poised he is? Don't try to run for borough president. You know, so no matter how proud Dad is, trust me, mothers are even prouder, and I'm sure you are very much proud of your son. This story, as we move to the next Hero of the Month, really tugs at all of us as we continue to raise our voices of how important it is for our immigrant population to know that this borough and this country is a safe haven for the diversity of this borough. A number we throw around a lot in Brooklyn. 47% of Brooklynites speak a language other than English at home. And our immigrant population provides the basic necessity that's needed in this borough. And this story really tugs at our heart, what happened here in the borough. On June 8th, 30-year-old Domingo Diego-Tapia, a Mexican immigrant who is employed at a fruit stand on Church Avenue, was riding his bike down Fulton Street in Albany when a person approached him, struck him, punched him for no reason, unprovoked attack. He fell to the ground, struck his head, and he has been in a coma ever since. He's here with his wife. My team here at Borough Hall did a vigil for him and reached out to Brooklynites to open their hearts to assist the family during this difficult time. And we were fortunate through Yamilki, who's in my office, my Hispanic who started a GoFundMe page, and we were able to raise a substantial amount of money for the family during this difficult time. We're joined here by the mother of his children, who is just really going through a very difficult time, and the only consolation to what she's going through is that Brooklynites have really come together and assisted her during this time. And so we want to honor the individual who made it possible to apprehend this person. 2 days later, police officer Amador, he used to be employed in the 81st Precinct in Bed-Stuy. He saw the coverage. He identified through the security video that was played on TV, he identified the assailant, and he moved to make sure that the police officers were notified, the detectives were notified, and because of his action, this person was taken off the streets. We cannot thank Officer Amador enough. He conducted this and did this while he was off duty. It really reinforces a police officer is never off duty. A police officer finds himself always in the capacity of public safety to ensure that this public is safe. This 26-year-old officer, the victim, the perpetrator was a 26-year-old person named Gary Anderson. Police promptly arrested Mr. Anderson thereafter. And so we want to thank Officer Amador. How many years you have on? 4.5 years. 4.5 years. You know, next time we honor him, he's going to be a sergeant because we want him to study to be a sergeant. On behalf of all Brooklynites, I salute Officer Amador of the Strategic Response Unit. Where's your family from, Amador? Colombia. Just reinforces the power of our immigrant community and the power that they do in ensuring that this is a great place to be in the diversity of this great country. Officer Amador of the Strategic Response Unit, whose tip while off duty led to the arrest of the violent attack on Bedford-Stuyvesant cyclist, Mr. Tapia. I applaud him for his dedicated and exemplary leadership as well as his unwavering service of the NYPD, playing an important role in keeping Brooklyn and New York City safe through his commitment to saving lives and serving the community at large. I commend Officer Amador for making this a great place to raise children and family. I, Eric Adams, Brooklyn Borough President, we truly thank Officer Amador for his actions and commitment. Thank you very much. Good job, man. Good job.
I want to thank Mr. Adams, my family, for being here today. Today I'm a hero, but today's about something bigger. I want to dedicate this to Mr. Tapia and his family, and I wish them all nothing but tranquility and strength through these horrible times. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mi nombre es Esther Díaz, esposa de Domingo Tapia. Gracias por apoyarme y estar presentes. También quiero darles las gracias a Numael Amador, agente de la policía de Nueva York. Suya pista anónima llevó a arrestar al culpable del ataque violento de mi esposo, pero duró su arresto. Pero aquí, antes de ustedes, para solicitar justicia, mi esposo todavía sigue en coma. Gracias una vez más la presa por su apoyo y a los donantes que me han apoyado a través de la página GoFundMe. Gracias.
Thank you. My name is Esther Diaz, wife of Domingo Tapia. Thank you for your support and being present today. I also want to thank Police Officer Numael Amador, whose anonymous tip led to the arrest of the perpetrator of my husband's violent attack. I come here before you to seek justice. My husband is still in coma. Once again, I would like to thank the press for the support and the donors who have supported me through the GoFundMe page. I also would like for you to continue support this right through the GoFundMe page, which is support for Domingo Tapia. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And as you can see, that is the wide range of those we have honored this month. And I think it's a true flavor of the borough. This is the true flavor and energy of the borough. Any given day, we start our day and the people we cross will impact our lives forever. Both the Tapia family and Officer Amador will always be connected through this horrific incident, and how the attack on the Tapia family broke the spirit of this family, but having someone like Officer Amador healed that spirit. And that is why he, as well as our other heroes, are heroes in the borough of Brooklyn. You could be a hero anywhere else on the globe, but nowhere is better than being a hero in the borough of Brooklyn, because we're the best of the best. Thank you very much. We'll take a